Alrighty boys, welcome back. As usual, we've got the notes. Let's just get straight into it. How to get ahead of 99% of people in their 20s, even if you're broke and lost. It's a big promise, isn't it? Well, let's start off by saying I'm not some guru, so you're not going to get some golden formula. Follow this and you get rich. Follow this and I help you get it. That's not how this works. This is coming from the angle of a 23-year-old from London, specifically the East End. Okay? And the truth is, it's undeniable. I can see myself getting better every single day because I put in the daily deposits and it compounds all the time, right? And I've only done that by being able to be consistent. Took risks, put into shape, traveled. So if you're in your 20s, you can't waste it. You've got to be improving every single day. There's not a day that goes by where I don't think to myself, this is the worst, this is the dumbest I'll ever be. This is the least fit I'll ever be. This is the brokest I'll ever be. And you might argue that, hit it big and then you might crash and fall down again. But the point of this mental frame is to continuously push you to be better, right? And we want to be able to get ahead of most people, 99% of people. So this is it, boys. You want to lock in, get ahead. And this is locking in this instant. You take action. You're not a loser. You're a winner, Krizz. We're not sideliners. Make moves happen. So this doesn't start on Monday or wait for the next quarter or wait for the next month. You just start moving now. Because I promise you, there is no perfect start. You just start. And as soon as you start, the sooner you start, you'll see how quickly your results can compound. Okay? You get to control your time, your money. It's freedom, boys. This is what you want to start building towards, where you don't get dictated by someone. You get to decide what you want to do. That's the golden rule. We're winners here. We don't need to act like losers, right? I get to do what I want because I know everything I do takes me closer towards my goal, towards me achieving my dream lifestyle and impacting and helping as many people as I possibly can. You want to be able to build your body, your mindset. By the ages of 25, 26, they should be looking at you like you're 35, 36, a whole decade ahead because you locked in now. You grinded now while everyone's having fun and on the path of degeneracy and comfort. You're on the path of pain. You're forging yourself. They're different. They're winners. The sideliners, they watch as a select few ride away in silence. I put it on my Instagram story every single day what I eat. And people still ask me, what should I eat? You don't see what I eat every motherfucking day? How I weigh it out every motherfucking day? Tracking everything, back to back. The truth is, you're either a winner or you're not. And you know whether it's time for you to lock in or not. If you want to get ahead of most people, it's a simple thing. It follows 5 things that I've written down here. Number 1, your 20s, our 20s, this is called reps. This is called the FIFA training ground before you went to kickoff. This is the Fortnite pre-log. The 20s, it's literally us just getting started. We're finally big. Given your parents can't boss you around, school isn't bossing you around. So what is bossing you around? Your job, girl. These are all things that are in your control. If you don't like the job you leave. If you don't like the girl you leave. We have the ability to leave, to join, to bend reality to our will. Because we're in the training mode, the 20s, it's like a demo account on trading. Take whatever analogy works for you, but the 20s, where you play, brother. This is where we experiment. This is why I'm the first guy to show you how bad experiments I put myself through. I do a 48-hour fast, and then I'll try a 1 meal a day, and then I'll try steak and eggs, and I'll try keto, and I'll do chicken breast, and I'll do chicken fried. I'll sleep on the floor, sleep with a neck pillow, sleep on a futon. These are all experiments. I'm trying. I need to see what sort of man I am and I wish to become. I know whatever I'm doing right now doesn't count. This won't be what I'm talking about. This is all just a training arc. Chris Williamson talks about this. The Rocky training montage in the movie's 2 minutes, but in reality, 4 years, every single day, blood, sweat and tears. They're not going to talk about this. If you think you're that guy, you're a winner, they're going to do movies about you, they're going to write books about you. Someone's going to give a fuck. if you don't think you're going to go down in history as a loser, we can talk about it. And you also know this part, you don't get the glory for it. You only get the glory right. Yeah, this is a team frame. You pick up the Champions League trophy, and whatever metaphorical thing you have in your head for me is pick up the heavyweight championship belt. And I probably won't pick up the heavyweight championship belt. But what I have in my reality, when I say I'm the man and I pick up the belt, that's the only time maybe you feel like I've done enough, and you start to accept people around you when they say congratulations. Because the truth is, we're all insecure, we're all achievers, and that's why you feel like, oh, I need to be perfect in my 20s. So try to get perfect. First rule, 20s is a tutorial. Stop being so harsh on yourself, experiment, play around, do different shit. Take yourself out of the comfort zone. We reject comfort and command excellence. Point 2. Ignore the noise. Cavani always says this. It's inspired by David Goggins, and it's so true. Anyone around you doesn't have the dream life you want. Don't listen to them. Everyone talks about this Oxford study that you are the people the most close around you, right? 5 people closest to you, you end up like, relax shit. The quote goes a little more something like, you are the closest to the 5 people you reference yourself with. So if I compare myself to Cristiano Ronaldo, then that's who I'll more likely become, because that's my standard, that's my baseline for how a human would eat, how a human would sleep, how a human would train, right? That discipline. I'm comparing myself to not my friends, not my family, not the people in my local community. So take that as number 1. When we're saying ignore the noise, ignore the people who give you advice. Everyone's got a 2 pence to throw into the fucking abyss of opinions. Fuck it. Ignore every single one of them. And I single one of them. I don't care how much you love this person, how much you respect this person. You don't need to be rude about it, and it's what I need to work on as well. How to be receptive, right? To be able to get feedback and ignore it completely without hurting the other party. And first thing we need to work is this inbound of advice needs to be automatically filtered into junk mail. Like I said, think of your brain like an inbox, and all this advice that's coming in, let's auto apply a rule and call that junk mail. Number 3, stop. And I only wrote stop. There is nothing more to say. You either take action or you're a sideline. There is no in between. Sorry I didn't have the mic on. I got myself into flow. I worked my way to show you guys game, to be on optimal form, and then the joys of technology held me back. So I do apologize, boys. I hope you can ignore the bad audio in the beginning of this video and still take as much benefit from it as you can. We were talking about starting. Now, starting doesn't mean you finish, by the way. You just start. Even if it fails, you getting that rep in is part of point 1. You're just in a tutorial. You're just starting shit, trying shit, failing shit, winning at shit. There's a whole bunch of shit going on, right? Sort it out, get a system, and systemize your shit, right? Become a fucking plumber and sort out everything that's leaking. Because you're trying too many things, or you're not trying too many things. Either or, they both need structure to it. They both need a system to it. So regardless of which winner I'm talking to, the guy who's trying too much and the guy who's not doing nothing at all, both of you need to find a system, one to balance and one to get started. Number 4, distractions for discipline, or discipline for distractions. Here I wrote, youth is capital, not currency. Use it to build. And I had this conversation with Cavani the other day about this, and it was, should we be chasing dopamine or should we be chasing adrenaline, right? Both are hormones or whatever the fuck, right? Bodily shit that make you feel stuff. Dopamine makes you feel like, ooh, happy, right? But adrenaline, as a young man, it rouses you up, it gets you excited, it gets you ready to conquer something even bigger, right? Because once you've had that adrenaline rush, you're kind of ready for another one. And then it made me think, like, every time you distract yourself, it's an opportunity for you to actually flex your discipline muscle. And one of my young Spartans put a TikTok about this, and it's amazing the community we're building and the winners that we attract. But after Esha, after his prayers, he went for a jog. Where some would use that downtime to watch Netflix, where some would use that downtime to eat excessively, smoke, get high, have balloons. This young Spartan beat all of us and used that as an opportunity to flex discipline as opposed to being distracted. And that shows you, if you put in the work, if you put in the graft every single day, week in, week out, over time, you make it easier for yourself because you've built this habit, this routine of choosing discipline. Discipline no longer becomes something that you force yourself. You don't force yourself to the gym anymore. It's just Tuesday, so you have to hit back, right? So find ways to trade your distractions for discipline. Replace your bad habits with healthy habits. And that's how you get ahead of most people, because everyone does stuff routinely. It's just he routinely watches Netflix and he routinely goes to the gym. And that's why this guy's so much ahead. Because it's not hard to get ahead of most people. Just take action. Stop being a loser and start being a winner. Start being someone who gets up and attacks the day. And number 5, on the breath of attacking the day, the only way you get to attack the day is if you set big, bad, scary goals. Goals that make you jump out of bed. You know if you don't get out and spring into action, there's no way you achieve that. You set your target so high that you force yourself. It's back against the wall, motherfucker. Balls to the wall. Let's go. Let's go. Right? And if your dreams aren't that big, and if they're not calling you crazy, just spoke to one of my Spartans about that today. If they're not calling you crazy, then you're doing it wrong. It's part of being someone who's able to push past the times of, I don't want to work, I don't want to train, I don't want to make this video. The dreamer has that second gear in them where they know, because this goal is so big, you need to now step out and go into the murky waters. And if you need help with that, boys, stepping out and dipping your feet into the world of pain, because it ain't easy, but the dream makes it easier. The ability to bend reality makes it easier. The satisfaction and fulfillment you get makes it easier to keep pushing, keep going. If this sounds like something you're interested in and you need help with, check out all the links in the description. I offer multiple of services now, because the more and more I speak to people, help people, my Spartans, the guys I referenced in this video, the more angles I can hit you at, right? So we've got the YouTube videos where I'm just shelling for free. I've got my ebook, which is just £1. And we've got a higher ticket offer as well to those who are really looking to win. A winner who's looking to win even bigger. Regardless, I hope you boys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not already, please subscribe and support the boy. Peace out.